Alright. A little bit overcast today. Looks a little crooked. Does it look crooked? No? Shout out to Renee, thanks for watching. Does it look crooked? Renee, does it look crooked? No? A little bit lopsided? No? I'm not talking about my moustache, I'm talking about the camera. Here we go. How many moustache jokes can I fit into 15 minutes? We're about to find out. How long? Oh, that's right, we don't have a producer. Ever since Reg McGundry fell in the pool and had some sort of identity crisis. If you missed that, go back and watch it on YouTube. Several people have. Yes. Is that yes for crooked? How long? Let's just get a little bit straighter here. That's better. That's better. Fascinating stuff, I know. Whew. Now we're nice and straight. Alright. I guess I'll just have to start. Kia ora, my friends. How do you do? Benny Ward. There's a comment. Renee says perfect. And she's not talking about my moustache. Way too early. Hang on, let's start again. We're live, pal. Kia ora, my friends. How do you do? Benny Ward. I'm here in the garden for another cold open. This is MML 141. And it's going to be another eventful episode. We're going to debut a brand new segment here when we take a look back at the week that was. We'll do some live gardening. We'll continue our bokashi composting project. We're getting pretty close to completing the project. I'll give you a bit of a rundown on what we've done so far. So that's our live gardening. We'll play What's in the Bag. We'll play something from the garden. There'll be a few jokes peppered in along the way. All those things and many more are coming up right here, right now, on Monday Morning Live. Let's kick off with a look back at the week that was in a segment that I'm calling What in Farley's Name Happened. A lot of things happened last week. Starting, well, actually, first and foremost, congratulations to the Black Caps, who won their first ever one-day international series in India with a victory overnight. It's a pretty convincing victory as well. I guess, much like my top lip, you certainly wouldn't say it was a close shave. No? Get in there. Get in there. So congratulations to the Black Caps. Elsewhere in sporting news, the All Blacks have ditched their coach, Scott Razor Robertson. All the best to Scott Robertson in the future. You notice that I've shaved most of my beard, but I missed a spot. Because it turns out that much like the All Blacks, I've got no idea what to do with the razor. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba! Is that good enough for joke of the week? We'll see how we go as the show goes on. What else happened last week? So EB Games is closing. For our international viewers, EB Games is the nationwide chain of gaming stores, computer games, PlayStation and PC, and Nintendo, etc., Xbox. And I just find it hard to believe that in this day and age, there's no dedicated shop that you can go to buy music. There's no shop you can go to buy movies. There's no shop you can go to now to buy computer games, but there's still bookshops. Who would have thought it? Go books. Yay for books. So what else happened last week? All Blacks coach was sacked. Black Caps had a good victory. Had a great week on the farmers at the farm. A couple of days at the farm and a great day yesterday at the farmers market. Epic market. Now we're at the AP Showgrounds every Sunday morning from 9 until 12. If the weather's inclement, we tend to move indoors. If the weather's nice and sunny, we have outdoors. Inclement. There's a good word. Inclement. Word of the day. Just made that up. I didn't make the word up. I just made that segment up. Right. Let's play What's in the Bag. Now I mentioned earlier that there's no such thing anymore as a book, as a store you can go to buy music or movies or now games. But there are stores where, like somewhere like the Warehouse or somewhere like that, where you can sort of buy multiple things. It's sort of like a hybrid store. Speaking of hybrids, it's a very long-winded segue. What's in the bag today is a hybrid berry. Now this is a berry that's a mixture between, get this, a boysenberry, a blackberry, and a loganberry. I got these from my good friends Dave and Maddie. Now Dave has Dave's spray-free produce. We stall at the Melbourne Farmers Market every Sunday morning from 9 until 12. Let's try one of these hybrid berries now. Okay. There's a lot going on, I'm not going to lie. There's a sweetness there, there's a tartness there. All in all, very delicious hybrid berries from Dave's spray-free produce. Right, let's play something from the garden. Today, I'm going to try something that I got from my good friend Catherine at the She Shed Shop. She also has a stall at the Melbourne Farmers Market. Shamelessly plugging the Farmers Market today. So, this is from a plant called an apple cucumber plant. See, I got this plant for my wife for Christmas. She wanted, she said, oh, you know, maybe a new iPhone or an iPad, some sort of Apple product. So I got her an apple cucumber. And needless to say, it wasn't cool. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba. Give it up for a cucumber joke? No? Apple cucumber, let's try one from the garden. Very crunchy, very delicious. Probably not quite ripe enough if I'm being honest. Skin was a bit tough. Well, that went wrong. As the rubbish truck pulls up, which is ironic because this show is turning into a load of garbage. Let's try and rescue it with some live gardening. Shout outs down below, who we got watching. Shout out to Renee, shout out to Mum. Our live gardening today is a continuation of our bokashi composting project. Now you'll remember, avid viewer, that 4 weeks ago here on the show, I made a solution of rice water. I left that for a week. I used the liquid from that and mixed it with milk to separate out the milk fats from the liquid. I used that liquid to soak some newspaper. I added some sugar and soaked the newspaper in it for a week. And now I'm hanging it up to dry it. Now this is going to be our layers of bokashi. Now basically what we've done is we've managed to infuse this newspaper with, get this, lactobacillus bacteria. This is the bacteria that's going to break down all those foods that we can't normally put on the compost bin to get them ready for our regular composting. And what we're going to do today is we're going to make our bokashi unit, our actual composting unit. Now, we're going to do it using 2 10-litre buckets. Now these are available in the gift shop. These are from the 6100 series. Why not buy 2? In fact, you should buy 2 because you need 2. And what you do is you put one inside the other, so you need 2 buckets and 1 lid. With one of the buckets, drill a whole bunch of holes in the bottom so that liquid can drain out. Put one bucket inside the other, and you've got your lid. Now what we're going to do is we're going to use our newspaper to put a layer of our newspaper, a layer of food scraps, and then a layer of newspaper, and continue that until this bucket starts to fill up. Now this is an anaerobic composting, so it's important that you fix the lid on nice and tightly. And we'll have the liquid to drain off into the bottom. We'll dilute that 10 parts to 1 so we can use that as a liquid fertiliser around the garden. And we'll be able to use our composted food scraps. Things like meat, chicken, fish, things like citrus and onion, things that you wouldn't normally put on the compost. There's live gardening. Our bokashi composting system is ready to go. Geez, we're running out of time. Hold on. Never underestimate the value of water. I'm not sure I managed to slip that into the show last week, so make sure I get that plug in there today. Right, great time at the farm, great time with the kids. School holidays continue. We're going to go out and do some activities this afternoon. We haven't decided what we'll do. Maybe we'll go to the arcade. Who knows? But a good time. Shout out to all the parents who are powering through the school holiday period. Gets to this time of the school holidays, you need to get a little bit creative about the activities that you do. But anything you do with your kids is always time well spent. You can't put a value on that. And you can't put a value on water. Wait, that's not even close to the catchphrase. Never underestimate the value of water. There it goes. Right. Just about overflowing with benniness. I want to thank everybody who tuned into my YouTube channel last week. Of course, my YouTube channel is Monday Morning Live. Nice and simple, just like myself. I want to thank everybody that joined me yesterday at the Marlborough Farmers Market. Great time every Sunday morning. I want to thank everybody who tunes into my Instagram. And, I tell you what, speaking of Instagram, you might have seen some update photos through the week of our broccoli microgreens. Now, we grew these microgreens. The broccoli grew from a broccoli that I grew from a seed from a broccoli that I grew from a seed from a broccoli. This is the third generation of broccoli. Now, we're going to use these as microgreens. Now, you can see so far, now this is 1 week. These actually germinated after 4 days. So, very effective, the Benny's 6100 series germination chamber. Available in the gift shop, why not buy two? Plug in the gift shop, plug in the farmer's market, plug in the YouTube channel, and drinking lots of water. We're going to use these as microgreens. The nutrient is watching with Brax. Shout out to Brax! What a champion. Good to see you at the Marlborough Farmers Market yesterday, Braxy. We're going to eat these broccoli as a microgreen. Now, they've just got the cotyledon leaves, the first two, sometimes called seed leaves. As soon as they get their first proper leaves, we'll be able to trim them and use them in a stir fry, a salad, a sandwich. We might even try some next week in our segment, Something from the Garden. Righto, that's about all the time we've got for today. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Thank you for joining me on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram at iBennyWard. You can see me there anytime you want. You can see me every Sunday morning at the Marlborough Farmers Market and live here every Monday morning. And I will see... hang on. That was going good. Okay, I'm not going to do the whole thing again. But suffice to say, there's another good word, suffice to say, I will see you next time in the garden, because diamonds are forever, and so is Monday Morning Live. It's got an odd catchphrase to say at the end of the show as the show's about to finish, saying it's forever, but you know what I mean. You get the gist. Another good word, gist.